Okay, so my first proper project for the Raspberry Pi is LED matrix. I've got 10 by 10 monochrome, well red, clear LEDs. All the anodes are all tied to this first prototype trackboard. They're glued back to back. The vertical rails for the anodes, and then behind the soldering, the horizontal rails for all the cathodes. I've got a shift register so that my Raspberry Pi can handle multiple outputs for very few wires on the GPIO. I've got two 4-wave shift registers currently on one chip tied together, so I've got 8 outputs at the moment. I've got Darlington arrays, an integrated circuit board, and those are currently wired to 380 ohm resistors, because that's what I had lying around, for the common anode. What it will have is additional shift registers, so I can drive all 10 outputs. Currently the shift registers are driving the base of each of the transistors, so they've got each resistor is joined to the collector. There's a common emitter going out, and for testing I've got the clock driving the clock, this button driving the clock of the shift register, and this is the data. So when I press my data, hit clock, it sends the first pulse. I'm going to hold down data, press clock again, release data, press clock. As you can see, they advance currently only through 8 LEDs, and my reset is currently just take that high. I've got 5 kilo ohm resistors on the pulling the pin for the clock and the data low, also for the resistor low, so that when I press my switch, that's going to take it high and reach the pulse. So we can do some pretty things where we can do alternating lights. I think there's a little bit of bounce in the switch, which is why it's registering 2 clock pulses, but we can turn them on and off. So what I'll be doing going forward is having the shift register or pair of shift registers managing all 10 lights in a given row or column. I haven't decided yet. This is probably going to be a row, so everything will be switched sideways, and then I'll build up my image on one row, and then using another set of shift registers for the columns behind it, I'll then advance on the light. So basically building up an image row at a time, but instead of scanning all the lights across that way, I'll be able to use a shift register to build up one row, and then down, and then down, and then so on. So there shouldn't be too much flicker, hopefully, on my screen. And then once I've got that, I can be doing all sorts of interesting things. For power, I've just got a rechargeable battery, which can be solar powered as well. Very green. Okay, thanks, bye.